Just ahead on CTV News.
It is hot outside, and temperatures are expected to sit in the 90s this weekend. I'm Benji Kaufman, and I'll have more on how cooling centers are helping residents beat the heat, coming up on CTV News.
More jobs are leaving the D.C. metro region. I'm Bryce Parker. We'll give you those details coming up on CTV News.
Plus, one council member wraps up her final senior luncheon of the summer. Those stories and more on CTV News, starting now.
Good evening, this is CTV News for July 25th. I'm Michaela Newton.
And I'm Katera Jones. Thanks for joining us. And temperatures have been rising this summer, but residents have been given outlets around the county to cool down.
That's right. CTV's Benji Kaufman has more on where residents can turn to escape the relentless heat.
Hot and humid. That's how it feels outside, with temperatures picking up this weekend and heat indexes expected to reach the triple digits. But different buildings and centers around the county are helping residents cool off.
With cooling centers throughout the county, this is a place where people can come in, get a break from the heat, but specifically keeping safety in mind, just have a cool place to be.
Since May 1st, there have been 12 reported heat deaths in Maryland and over 1,000 emergency room and ultra care visits. But the Prince George's County Parks and Recreation's 23 cooling centers give residents relief and invite them to check out the events happening at those facilities.
If you need a safe place to take a break from the heat, get some relief, come to our cooling centers, visit our facilities. You might learn a little bit about our programs that we offer year-round and discover a way to have fun.
The department has had to cancel several outdoor events, including a few today with the heat index expected to exceed 105 degrees.
In our area, we experience extreme weather like thunderstorms and heat. So every summer we just have to stay alert and monitor the weather and make a decision that's going to be best for the safety of the community.
Officials are urging residents to stay hydrated, dress appropriately, and get away from the heat any way they can. From Landover, Benji Kaufman, CTV News.
All right, Benji, thanks so much. And the heat advisory for today is expected to last until 8 p.m. Meanwhile, more federal jobs are being moved outside of the D.C. metro region.
CTV's Bryce Parker is in Beltsville with the latest.
In the latest government downsizing saga, the U.S. Department of Agriculture is moving over 2,600 jobs from their D.C. metro locations, and local leaders are not happy about it.
Unfortunately, our president, who serves all the citizens of the United States, have taken upon himself to attack Democratic majority municipalities. And in doing what he just did, he's not just hurting Democrats, he's hurting Republicans who work there.
With the closure of 4 area USDA buildings, including the Beltsville Agricultural Research Center, more than half of the USDA's D.C. area employees are subject to be relocated to these 5 locations.
Number 1, Raleigh, North Carolina. Number 2, Kansas City, Missouri. Number 3, Indianapolis, Indiana. Number 4, Fort Collins, Colorado. And finally, number 5, Salt Lake City, Utah. A move which Councilmember Hawkins believes is political retaliation to the D.C. metro region in order to gut its local economy.
There's no way you can look at it other than it was politically motivated, and he has the votes in the United States Senate and the United States Congress to do these kind of things. This is unfortunate. It's unfortunate for the state of Maryland, specifically Prince George's County. There's no justification for what President Trump is doing.
The department claims that they made the move so that they can work in closer proximity to the regions it primarily services.
90% of our employees are already currently located outside of the D.C. area, and this move continues to best position USDA closer to our core constituents.
And local leadership is being proactive to make sure they're fighting in the interests of both Marylanders and Prince Georgians.
Our county executive, Aisha Braveboy, has been very proactive working with our federal delegation. And later today, we were going to meet, but we're meeting Monday. Not just, she's convening a meeting with our federal delegation, our state leaders, our council leaders, to ensure that we all are speaking on the same page with the same facts, and we're going to work collectively to address and respond to this.
In Beltsville, I'm Bryce Parker, CTV News.
Now, USDA officials say moving forward, no more than 2,000 employees will be working in D.C. area offices. Maryland has been hit the hardest by the Trump administration's goal to restructure and downsize the federal government. According to reports, Maryland has lost 12,700 federal jobs since January. Reports show that Maryland hasn't seen this type of significant federal job cuts since 2013 to 2014. During that time period, the state lost about 8,000 federal jobs. Reports also indicate that Maryland's federal job losses are the largest of any other state.
Maryland State Police are investigating a deadly single-vehicle crash in the county this morning. It happened in College Park at the ramp of I-95 South and I-495 at exit 27. Prince George's Fire and EMS arrived on the scene shortly before 3:30 a.m. and found a vehicle on fire in a ditch. Investigation shows the car traveled off the road, struck a guardrail and an abutment beforehand, and the driver, identified as Kenneth Bowie, was pronounced dead on the scene. The ramp was closed at 4:45 and didn't reopen until around 10:30. Now, what police first believed to be a deadly shooting in Beltsville last night turned out to be a deadly collision that led to the death of 67-year-old Neville Robinson. According to the preliminary investigation, Robinson and a 16-year-old boy had been involved in an ongoing dispute. The teenager went to Robinson's home, and Robinson discharged a weapon at the teen as he was driving away. At some point, the teen struck Robinson with his vehicle, where Robinson sustained severe trauma, which led to his death. The teen sustained no injuries and has not been criminally charged, but police are still working to determine the entirety of the situation.
A Prince George's County Council member hosts a luncheon for seniors in her district this morning. Council member Ingrid Watson of District 4 hosted her 6th senior luncheon at the Pine Oak Village Senior Community in Bowie today. During the event, Watson provided updates to some of the concerns that seniors had living in this community. A representative from the county's 311 number talked about how seniors can get connected to county services. Watson emphasized that seniors are a priority for the county council.
The greatest need for them is really aging in place, and also because they're on a fixed income, and most of the seniors that I talk to are renters, so they're really interested in not having their rent increased. So that's a big concern for seniors. And of course, food. You know, the prices of food are going up, so food insecurity is a big deal.
State Senator Ron Watson, who represents Prince George's County in the Maryland legislature, is the husband to Council Member Watson and was also on hand for the event. And a new report highlights the need for more housing here in Maryland. The Maryland Department of Housing and Community Development released the findings from its 2025 State Housing Needs Assessment. The report showed that Maryland needs to build more than 590,000 new housing units by the year 2045. Findings from the report also show that home ownership has become more out of reach for Marylanders, and that the state does not have enough housing for its growing senior population. And you're watching CTV News. I'm Katara Jones.
And I'm Michaela Newton. Still to come, one local is celebrating the youth of Prince George's.
We'll let you know where and how when we come back. Stay with us.
We are the nation's largest integrated healthcare system, providing life-changing care to over 9 million veterans.
Our hands are busy, competent, skilled, healing, helping, and friendly. A place where diverse teams come together hand in hand to provide full patient-centered care. Working in state-of-the-art facilities with influential leaders in healthcare, all with a single goal in mind: to help veterans heal, recover, and get their lives back. In a place where everyone plays a part, and where your efforts are truly appreciated. A place so innovative and forward-thinking that we're rebuilding hands, and where even robots lend a hand.
Join hands with us. Learn more at vacareers.va.gov.
Our connections make powerful things happen, uniting individuals and communities. We are Rotary. We are people of action. With over 1 million members, we know what people can do when they come together. Around the world, generations of leaders build new friendships and solve problems, turning great ideas into reality. Take action with us. Find out more at rotary.org/action.
Hi, I'm the Big C. Hey, look at this beautiful couple. I knew as soon as I said that, I was like, don't say it, don't assume. Did you know more than 2 people die from skin cancer every hour?
Oh, man.
It's a bummer, but the good news is skin cancer is a cancer you can see, so you can go get checked. You can check each other regularly, make it romantic. Turns out I'm a matchmaking mirror. You're welcome. Love might be in the air.
Welcome back. A Chilla man is headed to federal prison for running online scams that cheated victims out of nearly $1 million. 32-year-old Anoma Donwi was sentenced to 2.5 years behind bars, followed by 3 years of supervised release for conspiracy to commit wire fraud. Now, federal prosecutors say between 2019 and 2022, he helped run fake websites selling pets like dogs and horses and even agricultural goods. Victims sent money but never got what they paid for. Investigators say he used fake Cameroonian passports to open more than a dozen U.S. bank accounts, helping funnel over $930,000 from at least 10 victims. Meanwhile, a new audit finds the University of Maryland College Park bypassed key purchasing rules, racking up millions in undocumented expenses. According to the Baltimore Sun, state auditors say staff made over 4,000 purchases totaling $2.3 million from just 5 vendors in 2023 without proper procurement. Many charges were made using university credit cards and lacked required documentation or supervisor review, violating school policy. And the board overseeing the blueprint for Maryland's future met Thursday and approved dozens of updates, including a big one, working with the state education department on a clear plan to fix delays in teacher collaboration time. The Accountability and Implementation Board is fine-tuning the blueprint, and their major focus is recruiting and retaining top teachers. The board also supported new special education recommendations, better communication with families, and grants for school systems partnering with colleges to train future teachers. The AIB's next meeting is set for September 18th.
If you're looking for something to do this weekend that will uplift your spirit, City Appraise Family Ministries is hosting its annual Next Fest. Next Fest is the biggest young adult conference in the DMV. Some of the main attractions of this event will include a live DJ, interactive games, free food, and even a mocktail bar. This year's theme is Call to Duty.
Just make Christianity relatable and without compromising. You can be funny, you can laugh, you can have a good time in church without backsliding and going to Hades. Like, it's not about, I just make Christianity easier than what they give off.
So as soon as you walk in, this is our Glory Hall experience, where right behind me we have our drink wall. So all you have to do is wave your hand, and somebody on the other side of the wall will hand you a drink depending on which team you're on. So this year our 2 teams are the blue team and the green team. Obviously I'm repping the blue team, the best team. But also in the Glory Hall we have our flight simulator, and then our theme this year is Call to Duty. So it is a very military-like theme, and we're building off of 2 Corinthians of putting on the armor of God. So a lot of the rest of the Glory Hall experience is mirroring that scripture.
For more information on Next Fest, visit the church's Instagram at City Appraise FM or text NXT Fest 25 to 54244. And swing and complex harmonies, what do these things all have in common? They are some of the key components in jazz music, and this weekend you can hear some smooth sounds like this at the University of Maryland College Park. Prince George's County's based Fame Foundation for the Advancement of Music and Education is celebrating their 21st anniversary gala and the 10-year reunion of the Fame Jazz Band. CTV News caught up with the founder and alumni to discuss how music helps students grow in multiple areas.
Fame is a great program. It has helped me a lot with my music and academics, and it's not solely focused on music.
What we find is that educators, a lot of the schools, you'll know, a lot of the private schools, they require their children to play an instrument all the way through the school. Not necessarily make them professional musicians, but to help what music does and brings into the spirit. It has a way of helping the children. I mean, the brain fires, both sides. And I find that most musicians, they're firing on both sides of the brain. And so that's where that combination comes together.
For tickets, visit famemusic.org. And artificial intelligence continues to change the world, and mapping the entire Chesapeake Bay just got much easier. Researchers have always relied on time-consuming process of documenting every water source to map the bay's watershed patterns. But AI is saving time and analyzing more than double the amount of stream miles, helping to detect possible dry spots and sources of population. What was once a process used the manual eye has now turned into AI looking at detailed photographs of the bay.
And still to come on CTV News, a new crumble opens up in the county.
And we have this year's theme for Ice at the Gaylord. Those stories and more after the break.
We hear the stories of people forced to abandon their home. The stories of people whose dreams have been swept away, or their lives left hanging by a thread. Or whose worlds have been blasted apart. Although the stories repeat themselves, each person's experience is unique as they are. And whether it's care or community that people need, we're here to help them live a new chapter, to embrace what makes them unique, be a lifeline to the most vulnerable.
Out! Out! Everybody out! Come on!
Good job. Under 2 minutes.
Keep your loved ones safe from home fires. Practice a 2-minute drill until it's part of your routine. And test your smoke alarms monthly.
In America, millions of families are facing hunger.
After rent and power, I can get groceries. It's sad to say food comes last. Anna from Texas.
The Feeding America network of food banks helps provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year. Together, we can end hunger. Learn more at feedingamerica.org.
The Prince George's County's Office of Community Relations is hosting its first ever Martial Arts Day in the county. Martial arts promotes confidence, self-defense, discipline, and fitness. This free event will take place at the Southern Regional Technology and Recreation Complex from 10 to 2, and participants can expect food trucks, raffle giveaways, and live martial arts demonstrations from some of the top area's top schools.
Come on now and meet various instructors in schools that can get you connected to many martial arts disciplines. We'll have demonstrations, county resources, recruiting from fire and EMS, recruiting from police, military recruiting, and much, much more.
So come on out to Prince George's County Martial Arts Day. It's a free event, and you too could be a ninja, just like me.
again, that event is tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For more information, call 301-952-4729. And a new crumble just opened at Bowie Town Center. Customers lined up with their sweet tooths as employees celebrated their grand opening of Crumble in Bowie. The cookie shop has freshly baked cookies in many flavors like milk chocolate chip, chocolate peanut butter cup cheesecake, and even North Carolina lemon pie.
Finally. Very convenient because the nearest one is all the way in Crofton.
We're very excited, great to be expanding with providing fresh baked cookies in Bowie in our own community.
And this is the franchise's only location in Bowie.
Switching gears, Poppy Soda settles a nearly $9 million class action lawsuit. Shoppers that purchased Poppy Soda from January 2020 to July of this year can now file refund claims. This is all a part of a $8.9 million class action settlement that alleges that the beverage company improperly marketed its soda as, quote, gut healthy. The settlement applies to all Poppy Soda flavors and package sizes. Poppy Soda denies any wrongdoing. Now, to file a claim, visit poppysettlement.com. And calling all equestrian enthusiasts, the Washington Metro Region's premier indoor horse show is coming back to Prince George's County. The 2025 Washington International Horse Show is set to return to Showplace Arena in Upper Marlboro this fall. The popular horse show and competition that brings horse lovers and people of all ages will run from October 20th through the 26th. The new schedule will also include a Stars and Stripes Speed Stake, where equestrians can compete for a $63,000 prize and the Eisenhower Cup Trophy. Now, for more details on this premier horse show, visit WIHS.org. Well, it may be sweltering outside, but at the National Harbor, there are already aboard for Christmas.
That's right. Christmas at Gaylord National is back. And this year, the beloved ICE experience is taking a ride on the Polar Express, featuring over 2 million pounds of ice sculpted into 9 key scenes from the holiday classic, including the train's arrival, Glacier Gulch, and the enchanting North Pole.
40 master artisans from China will spend weeks hand-carving towering displays with ice slides, tunnels, and even a live sculpturing showcase. The display is kept at a chilly 9 degrees, but don't worry, they'll provide parkas.
The fun runs from November 14th to January 4th.
For more tickets and details, visit christmas@gaylordnational.com.
Yeah, I absolutely love Christmas, so I feel like it's never too early to start celebrating Christmas.
Okay, then we need to go together because I love Christmas too.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, and Simon Buggs is here with our Friday sports page.
That's right. What's going on, Simon?
Hey there, everyone. I have an exciting sports page in store for you today, as a news member of the Washington Commanders reveals what made him want to join the Burgundy and Gold. Be right back.
Home before sunrise, on top of the house, the kids, and our future. The smell of your cooking is our alarm clock. My Shiro's day is never done. So let's start saving a little more now so we can feel prepared for retirement. A free 3-minute online chat can give us the personalized tips we need so we can live our lives to the fullest. Visit asiaretirement.org.
When I was 10, my mom got deported. We had a difficult time, and I feel that's why I didn't get to finish school. My husband is really supportive in a way that he pushed me to go back to school.
She wants to have a career so her kids can look up to her.
They both keep me motivated to go to school, and they see that if I do it, like, they can do it too, you know? I feel that everything's possible.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Okay, everybody, it's time for your Friday sports page. Now we start off with some news from the hardwood as the Maryland women's basketball team has officially signed forward Maria Boyko from Belarus to join the team. Boyko is a proven winner, capturing 2 championships during her time in the Russian Premier League. She was also a bronze medalist in the Russian Cup and represented Belarus at both the senior and under-20 national team level. This comes after head coach Brenda Fries announced the signing of another forward recently in Nicole Fritea yesterday. Meantime, training camp continues for the Washington Commanders, and the Burgundy and Gold have a new face joining them during this period after recently signing veteran Von Miller to help bolster their pass rush. Now, if there's one thing the 2-time Super Bowl champ knows how to do, it's win. And the 8-time Pro Bowler says the team's recent success is what drew him to the nation's capital.
This team is all about winning. You know, I'm all about winning. Whatever it takes to win, I'm going to do. That's on and off the football field. It's nothing like winning. It's nothing like the locker room. It's nothing like, you know, coming in here and talking to you guys after a win. It's all good after a win. So that's why I'm here, is to win. And, you know, understand that, you know, the goal is to win them all. But in reality, you know, we're going to have some struggles and going to have some adversity. That's all good, too, because, you know, sometimes, well, most of the time, adversity reveals character, and it's all good medicine at the end of the day, and it'll all just feed back into the main goal, and that's to win.
Switching gears to the major leagues, with the trade deadline quickly approaching, the Baltimore Orioles could be a team to look out for to shake up their roster. And one player that could be on the trading block is pitcher Charles Morton. Interim manager Tony Mansolino spoke on how good Morton's time has been with the club and the possibility of him being dealt at the deadline.
I think in any business, whether it's baseball or the real world, the real business world, I think stability is kind of king. You know, so Charlie brought a lot of stability to us over this time. I don't know how much longer we're going to get that stability out of him. Hopefully he stays. If he doesn't, then somebody else will have to step up and continue the stability that he's brought us.
The trade deadline is July 31st. The Birds took down the Cleveland Guardians yesterday also 4-3 to avoid the series sweep. The next opponent will be the Colorado Rockies tonight at 7:05. And finally, the Washington Mystics will host the Seattle Storm tomorrow. Tip-off is at 7:30. And that wraps up your Friday sports page. Simon Buggs, CTV Sports. Have a great weekend, guys.
Thanks, Simon. Now let's get a look at our 3-day weather forecast. As we said earlier, that heat advisory is in effect until 8 p.m.
That's right. Tonight we have partly cloudy skies with a low of 76. Tomorrow, possible thunderstorms with a high of 92. The rain continues on into Sunday with a high of 90. And Monday, we're back to sunny skies with a high of 91.
And for our community calendar, if you're looking to watch a good fight, DMV Elite will be hosting a boxing showcase for the community. It will feature live matches, vendors, and a chance to see Olympian Jamal Harvey make his professional debut.
This event is tomorrow, July 26th from 3 to 8 p.m. at Tanger Outlets at the National Harbor. And for more information, scan the QR code right there on your screen. All right, that's all the time we have for CTV News. Thanks so much for joining us.
We'll see you again on Monday. Good night.